Hello my friends, Corrine here from Corrine Crafts. I hope you are well. How about this for a really pretty, happy and vibrant card? I am absolutely loving it. I'm going to show you how to make it. I've called it a Thrifty Thursday card because these flowers are from a leftover from another project. If you've got any flowers left over from another project that you've made, then you could be swapping them in and making it like that. But let's have a look at how I made it. I don't know whether it's the time of year or what, but this will be the third project I've done recently with sunflowers on. It must just be a pure coincidence, but I do love sunflowers. I've had these 3D embossing folders by Lisa Horton for years and years. And you know what? I have just literally opened the pack. This is how much craft stuff we all acquire, isn't it? That things don't get used. And I really wanted to use it to do these. Now I'm going to call this a Thrifty Thursday one because if you look back, and I'll put a link to it, I did a tutorial on making these lovely little sunflowers the other day. And these three just happened to be left over because if you watch the video you'll see I actually make more than I need, and these are the three that are left over, so we're going to use those. So I'm going to call it Thrifty because we're using up things that I've already made. So 3D embossing folder, this is amazing. I said it's the first time I've used it. I just embossed with it a few minutes ago. Oh my goodness me. So I'm going to pop it in the folder. It says officially it's a 6-inch folder, but I am actually doing a piece of card 5.5 by 5.5. I never put my card up to the edge of my embossing folders. I find that way it creases. I like my card to be a bit smaller. Whatever brand it is, it's not a personal thing to any brand. I just like my card smaller. So you can see I've got about 1/4 of an inch all the way around to make up the difference. So pop that in and you can see my card is within the area. Now it is a 3D embossing folder, so I need a clear cutting plate, metal shim, magnetic shim and a plastic plate. So I'm going to pop that on there. It only just fits on my 5 by 7, but it's enough. Put those on and I'll be right back when I've embossed this. Now this is fantastic. Let me move that out of the way. I want to show you this as we open it up. As we open up this, look at how embossed this is. Let me see if I can get a bit more light on it there. Can you see the three-dimensional embossing? Isn't that absolutely, you need to feel it, just feels like paper sculpting. It is absolutely beautiful. I love this. So look at this one's lower, this one's higher, and you've got all of this. It really is 3-dimensional. Absolutely beautiful. I am so chuffed with this. So the first thing I want to do with this is add a little bit of colour to it. I'm not going to do a lot. I'm going to turn that round that way and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to bring in my honey pot. I've got one of my blending brushes and I'm just going to come round the edge with a bit of yellow. We're just going to come round there. Just like that. There we go. Just add in a little bit of colour. And it really means that you can see the dimension of that embossing, doesn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. I am loving it. I'm all for the sunflowers. I've got a pot of sunflowers on my dining table as we speak. I absolutely love them. And my daughter looked at them today. Oh, I lost track. And she just said, oh, Mum, those sunflowers are lovely. I do love sunflowers. There you go. We all love sunflowers. Okay, so I'm not going to go any more than that. So that is where. Then I'm going to fetch in something I haven't used for a while. I've got my Moonbeam and my Sunbeam shimmer watercolours. Now, Sunbeam is for white card and Moonbeam is for white or black card. So I'm actually going to use the Moonbeam and I'm going to open it up. Now, if you look at this, look, I hope you can see sunflower and gold seam. They're just made for the job, aren't they? So I have actually just been practicing with these. They are a bit damp. But what I do is I get my water bottle and I spray it directly onto there. That's how I work these. Then I'm going to take my paintbrush and then I'm just going to puddle that water in. because what will happen is when I've finished and that paint, don't worry about the two colours going together. When that paint is left wet, it'll then just solidify back up. So I don't need to worry at all about wasting paint. And then all I'm going to do, I haven't even gone into my box, my paint box. I'm just going to splatter on to there. Isn't that lovely? Just a little bit. That's all I need. Nice little bit of a splatter. I am loving that. So there we go. And then I'm going to put that to dry. I'm not going to force it to dry, but look at that. Can you see how that gold shimmer? Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. So let's get rid of that. I'm going to cheat a little bit because I do actually have one, look, that's nice and dry. And I'm going to put it onto my card base. So my card base, really thrifty, is a pre-made 6-inch card base. This is one out of my monthly craft boxes that I broke down. So we really are being thrifty, aren't we? And just using up bits that we have. Piece of craft card. You can't underestimate the power of craft card. I love it. We don't use it enough. And so 6x6. So this is just over 5.5 inches wide. Is about 5 5/8. There you go, that's exact for you, isn't it? Just going to go around the edge. There we are. And then I'm going to bring in this one. It is so beautiful. And I love how you have that whole sunflower in the middle. Now, I don't know whether we're actually going to see it when we've finished, but I don't care. I know it's there. I know I've got that solid sunflower in the middle, and that makes me really happy. So again, I'm going to pop that onto there. It's not very straight, Corrine. Let's try and lift it up again and straighten it back up. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is, I talked about this in previous one, I'm just going to get my stamping block. I'm going to pop this up to one corner, and I'm actually going to pop my pot of glue on top, just to give it a little bit of weight. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, you saw that, again, this is another one you saw a while back because I got it from the Sizzix sale. It is like the wreath. And I have to admit, I've never used the flowers that officially go with it, but I have used the wreath a few times. And today I've cut the wreath out twice in craft card. So there we go. You do it once, do it twice. If you want to, you can add a little bit of ink to those. That will just look lovely. And then the other thing I've done and I literally used the pieces out of the centre of there. I've cut myself some foliage. Quite a lovely mismatch of foliage, just different pieces, lots of different bits. I'm just looking at the ones that I've already inked up and the ones that I haven't inked up yet. Don't think, oh, that one had, those two have, but these three haven't. So actually, having put that mat out of the way, I need it again. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to grab one of these lovely new little blending brushes. Now, they are quite a soft bristle, I will say that. I'm fine, because when I introduced them to you and I was putting them in the embossing folder to ink it up, that worked brilliantly. So, you know, you just have to work out what you want. So yeah, it is a soft bristle, but for me, it is working perfectly and just giving me the control that I want, just to be able to, you know, in the direction. So let's just come in with this, and I'm just going to I'm not going to put it all over, I'm just going to sort of dab it over just to give sort of highlights and depth. Just a little dab. There we go. There we are, that'll do nicely. Oh, and the other thing I did with these brushes is, if you remember these, when I did these, they were very orange centered, and I don't want that for this time. So pick up some ink on your brush and just add a little bit of extra brownage in the middle. I want them more brown centered than orange centered. And again, these brushes will really work into the nooks and crannies. Again, I think they're going to be one of my staple links, because I think we're going to see them quite a lot. There we go. And if you wanted to, you know, you can always just add a little bit of ink of brown around the edges, if that helps. Just to make sure everything ties in together. This one's a bit different, but sunflowers come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? There we go. Right. All right. I think that'll do. Okay, so let's push those to one side so I can get rid of that dirty mat. And the other thing I've done, now this is purely coincidental that it's another Lisa Horton product. It is one of her, what do you call them? Pennants, tags. I can't even remember what they were called. And I've cut it out of craft card. Now, where I got the sunflowers from, there was also a... No, that is that one. That is not the one I was looking for. This is the one I was looking for. There is a stamp and sentiment set. So it cuts out the die with sunshine and then it has lots of words. So I've stamped hello there. And then I've cut my sunshine out of white and I've just highlighted it a little bit in the yellow. So we're going to... We don't need the die in the way. I've got pink on here. I don't know where that's come from. I'm going to pick it up with my tweezers. Put my card just there. So this is definitely a time that I would call for my precision glue press, sorry. And then we can then just pop little dabs of glue on the back. So much control. Just coming out at a nice controlled rate, so that we can control where we want it to be. And then I'm going to pop that onto here. Straight would be good. And look at the glue's gone everywhere. Never mind. I'll clean it up in a minute. So we can put that on there like that. I've made a right mess with the glue, but never mind. As soon as I pat it dry, it'll be gone. There we go. All right. So we are purposely over to one side, and as you can imagine, that's quite a big pennant for a 6-inch card. So let's bring the card base back in, and then we need to stick these on. Now we can just put a bit of glue on the back of here. We want them to stick nicely. So what we can do is put the glue on. I just flicked that. That one can do it. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my hand actually. And I'm just going to tap it just to spread that glue around. And then I'm going to pop that in the centre. It's easy to see the centre because I've got that lovely sunflower. Then I'm going to get the second one. And then I'm going to just pop a little bit more glue on. Or new glue on this one actually, but never mind. I know what I meant. Let's pop that on there. There we go. Now I've just noticed something on this one. When I've cut it, I've gone off the edge of my card and I've actually broken the wreath just there. Because of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that bit to this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to just build it up and add a little bit more depth onto my wreath by putting a second one on, but I'm keeping that broken bit down here. There we go. There we are. Just needing a little bit more glue just here for it to catch. There we are. Absolutely perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these two on. So I've covered up that broken bit, and then I'm going to put this one on the top. So I know I filled up my 3D glue the other day. So those are going to go just sort of here. And my sunshine is going to go here. So I can quite safely cut my sunshine. Let's cut it there. And I'm going to pop this on. So I'll pop that on with some 3D glue. So let's put some 3D glue on the back of there. 3D glue allows you to add dimension. So let's pop that just right to the edge of my card. And you can see, look, can you see how it's holding there? So then we can pop these ones on. So So I want to make sure I go one over there, look. There we go. Doesn't matter where the others go, as long as that one comes over. Now, the great thing about using 3D glue is you've got lots of time to work with it, lots of time to adjust. There we go. Look at that. So I've covered up the edge of that, and that looks perfect. Now, all I need to do is tap in or slip in this foliage. And again, because I've used 3D glue, I've got loads of time to do it. I don't have to panic. I can lift, I can adjust. Now, I want to go quite heavy on the foliage with this. I don't know why, I just had a feeling I want quite a lot of foliage. I just want to build it up and just, if you feel you can't get right to the glue that you put under the sunflower, oops, don't drop your glue. You can just add in a little bit more. And then I'm going to pop this one. I like this one. These were just randomly foliage dies that I have in the floral wallet that I have on my desk. I have quite a few in there. Let's just keep, oh, I like these. These remind me of reindeer antlers. They're not the foliage, but they don't half remind me of reindeer antlers. I'm just building it up. I just think that quite intensive foliage really works, really brings everything together. Just like that. And I'm going to do one there, and then I think I've got one left, but I don't think I need it. If I put that one there we go. How about that? Now, it's a Corrine card, so it's got to have a couple of gems. Now, these gems, I'm going to use this one, I think, these colours. Actually, for that one, I'm going to go a yellow one for the dot of my eye. Just there. Just like that. Then I'm going to use these brown ones. Let's put them there. And I'm just going to pop some of these randomly all over, different sizes, all over the card. 3, 4, that'll do. I normally do 3s and 5s, but that actually works. That actually works. So there you go. That today is my Thrifty Thursday, because I've reused these sunflowers. I'm going to link somewhere up where I can get it on. Oh, I don't remember how to go. Somewhere up here in a minute to the project that made those flowers. But how about that, using up little bits that I've got. Probably this will be my last of my sunflower projects of this season, but I am loving it. Really pretty. If you haven't got sunflowers, change it. You could be putting any flowers that you have just there. Anything that you have would work perfectly. So thank you for watching one more video. I hope you enjoyed that, but I just had to use this embossing folder. I've been waiting so long to use it, never got round to it, and I'm really, really impressed. It's beautiful. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back again very soon. Until then, take care, happy crafting, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel or click on any of the links down below. All right then, happy crafting. See you soon. Bye.